You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hey guys, welcome to The Swingdom. Welcome citizens to The Swingdom. Again, in case this is your first time here, Swingdom is a play on Kingdom. Swingdom, Kingdom.
Swing golf clubs.
Yeah.
Swing.
Which is why this is a golf podcast. I am Ben. I'm a golfer. Because there hasn't been golf in like 6 months, I'm still like an 11 handicap. So that's fun. I play Cobra Clubs. I'm here with my best golfing buddy, Gunnar.
That's me.
He is still like a 5.3 handicap or something insane.
Something.
My goal is to get to single digits this year.
That's a good goal.
I think I just have to get lucky like 2 or 3 times and then never play again. That is how I'm going to do it. It's called living the American dream.
Oh, being a single digit handicap?
Yep. No. Just going out there thinking I can do it without practicing. Just tell my, just be like, golf isn't that hard.
Yeah.
Just keep telling myself, golf isn't that hard. Golf isn't that hard. Golf's not that hard. Golf's not that hard.
If you were lucky, I suppose.
And then just hope I get lucky.
Could.
Break 80. Become. This is what I don't get. Par 72. I've never broken 80, so I don't know how, like, all of my handicap scores is based on 9 holes, which is weird.
They wait for you to play 2 rounds of 9 and then work that out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the same day. I'm not walking 3 miles. I'm walking 1.5 miles. I'm not playing 18 different holes. I'm playing the same 9 holes.
I got you.
You got me? All right. So, yeah, welcome to the Swingdom. Welcome, citizens.
Hello.
Still waiting for you guys to tag us on Instagram so you can get your driving licenses. That's a thing we said that we would do that nobody participated in. So get Gavin to get Gavin to do it, and then just tell him he can drive your car afterwards.
Oh yeah, sure.
They'd just be like, no, officer, I gave him a driving license. I said he could drive. I just gave it to him. Does that work? Can parents just be like, I gave him
allowed.
Just say that you live on a farm. And just be like, no, this is a farmer's license. He can do that. Yeah. So we've got news this week. We're going to talk about last week's golf. We're going to talk about this week's golf. And then it's going to be a relatively short podcast because the only news in golf this week is that Tiger Woods is not playing.
At the Genesis.
It's his tournament. It is the Genesis. Genesis is a type of car.
Yes.
Yes. They're playing in Los Angeles County, Pacific Palisades. But Tiger's not playing. He's still recovering from his back surgery. He might play in the WGC next week. He had back surgery Christmas Eve. If that makes sense.
Sure. Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
The 5th one, right?
What?
Whatever.
Yeah, it's his 5th vertebrae.
His 5th one?
The 23rd?
No, it's 5th. his fifth back surgery.
Yes, it is his 5th back. That's what I mean, if you are correct, then I believe you. It is his 5th back surgery. Yeah. So that's it. I think the biggest news this week.
Thriller of the news, really.
Yeah. That's okay. That's it. The news is over. No. The biggest bit of news this week is that Mike Whan, former commissioner of the LPGA, is now the CEO of the USGA. So he's going to be running the USGA. And I love this.
Why do you love it?
I love this. Every time Mike Whan was like, these ladies, these women folk, these masters of the game of golf aren't getting enough credit, and the PGA should be doing more to lift everybody in the game of golf, not just say, hey, look over here, we've got $10 million purses. Let's see who shows up this week, which is what I'm going to get into later, because Riviera stacked, and the first thing I did was check the purse. The first thing I did was check the purse.
Is it under 12? It's
yeah,
10, right?
it's under. Yeah, it's 9.5. But still, last week was 7.5, and like half these guys didn't even show. Insane. It's about the money.
Why would they?
We'll get into it. But Mike Whan, who he was very good about being like pro PGA while still like getting his like bits in and being like, well,
Being
we're not the
anti-PGA.
PGA. Yeah. Like, we're just out here playing golf. Like, we're not becoming billionaires. Like, we're playing golf for the love of the game. There's a bit of money involved. Like, but like my goal is to like, now he's head of creating the USGA championship. Those little alleys that they mow so you can walk from the tee to the fairway. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they mow that little walkway. That's going to be wider than the fairway with Mike Whan. You're going to get to the end of that, and where the fairway's supposed to be is just going to be like a bicycle track. He's just going to be like,
continuation of the walkway.
yeah, like, you should have paid attention to me while I was over at the LPGA, because now I'm coming for you. Like, I hope he does. I hope he just takes it to the PGA. I mean, that's the only thing I like about the USGA championship, is that like their job is like, this is the only tournament we have every year. This is our only source of income other than like membership dues. Like, and our goal is to make every one of our members happy that these PGA players can't shoot over par. Under par.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Thank you.
We're gonna get to ads like the 2022 US Open, the only golf tournament with no fairways.
Yes. Yeah. And everybody's going to be looking at Bryson DeChambeau, and they're just going to be like, you got to go for the greens. He's like, I've been preparing for this my whole life. I'm going to become back-to-back winner. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, I read some news this week that he's now going to start losing weight. He's afraid he's getting too big.
Too swolt.
Is that what he said?
Not like that, but yeah.
Basically, okay, that's enough of Bryson. That's it. So yeah, so back to Mike Whan. I want him to like plant trees in front of the greens.
Mike Whan's gonna say, "Oh, you thought hitting it at the difficult. Here's our greens.
Yeah,
They're just gonna stick little 2x2 floats out in the middle of ponds and be like,
yeah,
that's 12."
Yeah. I think they should let us do like the hardest tournament in America. Be like, look, Ben Gunner, you have unlimited funds. What would be the hard? Mike wants you to call us for consultation. And what I'm going to say is, you know, the helicopter that brings the tree into Rockefeller Center every year?
Yes.
Get like 6 of those helicopters and just fly them around the golf course with like 120-foot trees hanging from them. And people are going to be like, wait a second. You'll be like, yeah, there's a tree in the middle of the fairway. Not only that, like, it's being flown around by a helicopter. Good luck. Good luck. Like, I want them to plan for like the 2025 like USGA championship by like cutting all of the rough and just like planting wheat.
Just wheat.
Just wheat. Be like midsummer, just like corn. Just like if you plant it, they will come. If you plant corn, they will cry.
Oh goodness.
Just plow it up, plant a bunch of corn, call it a golf tournament. And then get really upset when Bryson brings a 48-inch driver. Just be like, that may fly with your PGA buddies, Bryson, but over here at the USGA Championship, you can only have a 47.5-inch driver. Oh, you brought one of those too? Sorry, we meant 45-inch driver.
That's right.
So helicopters and trees.
Oh, you have a driver?
cornfields.
I'm sorry. You have to use an
Oh.
8-iron off the tee. Sorry.
I want like the holes to be on like 45-degree slopes.
Mhm.
So like if you miss, it's rolling down the hill. I want everybody to be Phil Mickelsoning it, like as it's rolling down the hill, and just be like, no. Like, you know how you do, like if you get really tired of putt and you just like sort of start like batting it around because you're like, I can't do this anymore. Like I want like 6 volcano holes.
Or there's a 45-degree slope running away from your approach shot.
But isn't the rule like the hole can't be any bigger than 4 1/4 inches?
Yes.
Make it like a 2.5-inch hole.
Oh, like those practice holes.
Yeah, like those practice holes. Yeah.
I like those.
Just like every once in a while, just like go around, like on certain days, and just like put that foam in it, or just like put the fake it like stuff in it, so it does just go to like a 2.5-inch hole. Like that's it, Mike Wan. Like that's your payback.
I like it.
Do you think Mike Wan wants to like move into the PGA and become the PGA commissioner? You think like this is his road to that, or you think this is like once you're like CEO, once you're head of the USGA, like you don't want to be the PGA commissioner because it's just more fun to make that money and mess with the PGA once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, I guess consultant of golf. If he approaches the USGA like we're saying he should, just make him run every tour, every single one.
Yeah. No, I just like the thing is you only get one tournament at the USGA, so you might as well make it hell for the PGA. Other news: Rory becomes the PAC chairman, the players something board.
Sure.
That's more your field. You're one of the player watcher fan board members.
Yeah, I mean, good
This
luck.
is like it's the players union. He's head of the players union this year. He's taking over for Jordan Spieth. It's
basically Rory McIlroy's so outspoken about things anyways, and players look up to Rory McIlroy. I mean, yeah. So, sure. I don't know if this is going to have any sort of leverage on his end.
But I don't think so. I just think he's like one. Yeah, I think you're right. Like the players look up to him. He's relatable. He doesn't have a lot of fear when it comes to like telling the PGA how to do their job through the media, which is strange.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might be one of those things where they're giving him this job so that they're like, look, you now have a direct line.
Stops.
Yeah, like stop going to the media with this. Like you have a direct line. Tell us how you feel, and then smile and hit some golf balls for the media like everybody else.
Maybe he doesn't have a direct line. Maybe this is the direct line.
It'd be really weird. Like LeBron James has a direct line to David Silver.
Yeah, and I'm sure Tiger Woods has a direct line to any tournament head or any tour head that
any volunteer greenskeeper tournament head. Yes.
Yeah. So, I'm sure Tom Brady has a direct line to the commissioner. I'm sure.
You mean Jerry Jones?
Yes.
Just calls up Jerry and is like, hey, can you tell your boy to fix the league for me? Great. Bye.
Yeah. So, but I don't think Rory's in that kind of a position.
I mean, I get that, but I think he's also one of the first international players to be the head of the PAC board, which is cool. But I've got to look more. I've got to look into that a bit more and sort of figure out what they do, because it's not that I'd never heard of it before, but I've just never sort of you never hear about the work they do.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you hear about sort of like union league disagreements quite a lot and like what unions are doing for the players in their league. Like you don't hear a whole lot about like these guys being like, leave the distance alone. Mm-hmm. Leave Bryson alone. Put Patrick Reed in the stocks every time he cheats. Just like have a stock. Like we'll play in Florida where they probably have some stocks lying around somewhere because Florida's awesome, and just lock him into stocks and let people throw vegetables at him.
All right. So it says here that I have it.
I figured that's why you said I have it here.
I have it here.
Good. Now what?
All right. So there's the PGA Tour Policy Board.
Yeah.
Okay. And McIlroy won an election as chairman of the Player Advisory Council.
Yeah, PAC. Yeah.
So that's 16 players, and there's only 4 players who serve on the board, on the Tour Policy Board. So, as the chairman, Rory McIlroy moves up to the board next season. So this season, this is what that is. That's the move from the council to the board.
What does the board do?
Policy. They complain about policy. That's what it is.
It's too hot. We don't want to play today.
Yeah.
We want everybody to keep their cards this year because of a pandemic.
If it's over 90 degrees out, you have to let us wear shorts. It's that kind of stuff, which I actually agree with that. I mean, it does get really hot.
Yeah. Because they're not going to go play. I mean, I know the Texas Swing is next week, but hopefully all the snow's gone by then. Otherwise, Bubba Watson is going to be hoping he stayed with Volvic because he'd be the only one out there able to see his golf ball.
That's right. He won the election over Kevin Streelman and Russell Knox.
The Scot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. We're so informative. You have the best bit of the news. I've saved it for you.
Oh, thank you. Yes. The year of our Lord 2021 is the 25th anniversary of Happy Gilmore.
Happy.
The PGA Tour, the PGA Championship put out a post and said, if this gets 10,000 shares, 10,000 retweets, will you, Adam Sandler, come and play 18 holes with us for charity? Everybody, let's get it to 10,000, please, because Adam Sandler's he did win the PGA Championship in 1996.
So did you see? So he goes out. He does the Happy Gilmore shot. He goes out. He gets on Instagram. It's been 25 years since Happy Gilmore was released. Let's see if I still have it. And he goes, "This one's for you, Shooter McGavin." Yeah. Have you seen the Shooter McGavin rebuttal?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. So Christopher McDonald gets on Instagram and goes, "Oh, I see what you did there, Happy." And he puts it into a glass, which is like obviously in his living room, and he's like, "Shooter still got it." And I was like, they have got to do like the parent manager like golf version where like their kids come up in the golf world.
Yes.
Like kids movie like remember what is it, Little Giants?
Yes.
Where they're like brothers and like the Giants versus the Cowboys. It's like they've got to do that. They've got to like the PGA should figure out how to get that money rolling on that project because everybody would watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like absolutely. That. Yeah. It'd be like the Happy Gilmore. You know what I mean? You can have Christopher Rock be
Christopher Rock. Does he go by Christopher Rock or is that a your thing?
His name's Christopher. His name is what do you call him?
It's Chris Rock.
No, Christopher
Rock. I've
never
heard him be called Christopher Rock.
Christopher Rock can be what's his name's son. and be the coach.
Please let us know if you've ever heard of Chris Rock ever being referred to as Christopher Rock.
You not call him David Chappelle?
You call it that's like calling Dave Schwimmer. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it does.
No, it's not right. It's not good.
You can't call him Dave. Number one, Rock. I love that your go-to is Ross from Friends. There's like nobody else out there. It's like I want to call him Eldrick, okay? I don't want to call him Tiger. I want to call him Eldrick. Worse. Apparently he gets mad. We saw that in the first match when Charles calls him Eldrick.
Yeah, he did get
like,
upset.
I'll answer to
don't.
that.
He said don't.
No, I mean like Thomas Brady. Call him Thomas.
Tommy Brady's better than Thomas Brady.
No, Thomas
What are you
Brady.
talking about? Anyways, this tweet only has
call him Patty Ewing.
7,600 retweets. Get on it. We're trying to see it.
Yeah, but no, they should make a movie. It was just cool. If you haven't seen it, go watch. Gunnar, you need to go watch the full video. Where then Christopher McDonald comes out and does it. But they should do it where they get Robert Schneider and Christopher Rock and Adam Sandler, and it's that whole like, what's that one where they all go on vacation together? Grown-ups.
Grown-ups.
They should do like Grown-up Gilmore.
They should actually. I would kind of like that.
Yeah, that'd just be hilarious. Like all of their kids decide to play golf.
Maybe they are superintendents at rival golf clubs.
Just like head pros.
Yeah, something like that. They're like head pros at rival golf clubs, and they want the best. They're fighting over who has the best PGA Junior League.
It's writing itself. We need the John Daly Jr. cameo. We need him to star in it.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart can be in it. Just get every comedian. Okay, not Kevin Hart. I'm trying to. Who's the guy who plays King of Queens? James something?
Kevin James.
Kevin James. Yeah.
Yeah.
So get Grown Up Gilmore. Do it, Mr. Sandler.
Come on, we wrote the movie already.
We wrote it. All right, we're gonna go to a read. That is the news,
and
then we're gonna go over our picks from last week. We're gonna talk about our picks for this week.
Yep.
And yeah, I think we both beat the monkey this week.
We totally did.
Yeah.
We actually might not be able to be stopped.
Yeah, take that. Reginald?
Yeah.
Reggie?
Yeah.
Reggie the monkey?
Yeah.
Can we steal that? Is that?
No.
Okay, let's go to a read.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hello. How are you?
Good. We just decided to call you up for the read.
For the what?
For the read.
Oh, the read. Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I have something. I learned a lot about golf this week. If you don't want me changing the subject for a minute.
You don't want to talk about hearing aids first?
I now know why they skip these tournaments. I know why they skip Pebble Beach.
Okay.
Why?
The reason is, and you know this already, so don't humor me, but I didn't know this stuff. A lot of reasons. One is these guys do more traveling week to week than football players do.
Yeah.
So when they go to Dubai and they got to get in a plane and travel for a day and a half to get to Pebble Beach, they don't want to. But the PGA,
it's a private jet. It's not a plane.
What's that?
It's a private jet.
Oh, whatever.
It's a private jet and like a helicopter.
Okay, so
with 16 PGA sponsored Mercedes waiting for them. Out of like a farmer's insurance logo.
There's other factors, and the other factor is
money.
Is Pebble Beach only offers 30-something points towards championship points.
Yeah.
Whereas you have the other tournaments. Is that what you call them? Tournaments?
We call them tournaments. Yeah, you have learned a lot about golf.
The one 2 weeks ago in Dubai and the one before that, they were 50-something points.
Yeah, but not towards the FedEx Cup. They would have been 50-something points towards the European Cup, towards the Rolex Cup or whatever they call it.
Gotcha.
The race to Dubai.
But my point is that they
used to be the Rolex Cup.
They make some of them more attractive for these guys to hit than others. And you know what really impressed me the most was that the Pro-Am games, they're playing 6 hours a day waiting for these amateurs to keep up. And I'm imagining if one of you guys was in the Pro-Am tournament, it might be an 8-hour game.
No, the other good. The thing about the Pro-Am is considered a practice round.
So why do they get points? Why do they get 30? They still get points out there, right?
Are you talking about like the Wednesday Pro, the Tuesday Pro Am, or are you talking about just this Pro Am?
Just this one.
Okay, so every week in golf, if you pay between like $5,000 and $10,000, you can play a practice round with these guys.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, and so like that may take a while, but that's because these guys are like the pros are hitting 2 or 3 golf balls off the tee. Their caddies are dropping golf balls for them from different distances. They're pretending the hole is in 4 or 5 different locations on the green.
Not at Pebble Beach.
No, not during the actual tournament.
Yeah, okay.
But like because they get there, like so the tournament ends on Sunday. They then usually use Monday as a travel day.
Right.
And then Tuesday, they end up doing a practice round. Wednesday is usually the Pro-Am day, which is like you got to pay serious money, but you can play.
You mean every weekend there's a Pro-Am day?
Every week there's a Pro-Am, yeah.
What the hell am I doing working?
It's just part of
playing golf.
It's just part of their practice routine.
Hold it. Is it more money to play with Tiger than it is to play with who's the big guy that does the steroids? What's his name again?
Bryson?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I'm sorry, allegedly. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's like you pay that money, you get your name in a hat. I don't know if it's like, but it's somewhere between you paying that money also like the top 15 or 20 guys at whatever company is the headline sponsor.
Gotcha.
So it's a lot of it's, you know what I mean? It's a bit like having box seats at the game.
Mm-hmm.
So really, the PGA is just a bunch of mercenaries.
Yes. The players or the board, like the.
Should I say the organization?
Yes. Yeah.
They're creating fans and they're collecting $10,000 from them to play with some number 35 player in the world, right?
Yeah, the checks come from the PGA, but the PGA is still making money. The PGA is making money because of the sponsorship deals that they're getting, like FedEx Cup. Like they put together $10 million every year to have their name on every tournament.
So let me ask you this then. In my mindset now, in my school of thought now, it's that it's sort of a nice thing to have these guys lay off because let's number 67 in the world actually accumulate some points towards the FedEx Cup because the other guys aren't there. So you might actually have the opportunity as a lower player to shine and move into the upper ranks a little bit. Is that accurate?
That's very accurate.
Well, there you go. So it's not bad. It's not a bad organization except for the Masters tournament. That's the only thing that still bugs me.
Yeah, no, and I understand that. I mean, but again, that's not part of the PGA. That's its own tournament.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Like they run that whole thing by themselves. Like they get their own TV deals. They raise their own money. I think the PGA basically says like, we can award points for whatever we want. So we're going to award points for it. But like that whole thing is like run by the Masters. It's run by Augusta National.
Yeah,
everything from
just like the PGA Championships run by the PGA, the U.S. Opens run by the USGA, and the British Opens run by the R&A.
Yeah.
And is anything run by the NRA? I think that's probably the Masters is run by the NRA, right?
I'm gonna leave that for Gunnar. Yeah, I mean, no. So this is like, so this week is a big tournament. It's Tiger's tournament. It's the Genesis, but there's a $2 million bump in the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So last year it was last week it was 7.3 million, which is why guys were all over the place.
Gotcha.
Like not everybody was there. This week it's a $10 million pot. So
that's going to attract him to his tournament.
Yeah. So it's more, you're right. Like it's more FedEx Cup points because it's a bigger tournament.
Yeah.
But like, to me, like, I don't understand it because the Genesis Open to me is not as important to the schedule as TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Course 16.
Well,
I don't think it does as much for the sport. Yeah.
Well, let me explain it to you. It's just like Michael Jordan. When he's done with the game, he wants to still be a legend, so he buys a team.
Yeah.
Tiger is trying to make this tournament into not into as close to a major as he possibly can.
No, and that's fine, and I get that, and like we all know that Tiger, like he moves the dial when it comes to money.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. He's there hosting this tournament.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like Arnold Palmer used to do at Bay Hill, like Jack Nicklaus does at Memorial, like these guys all come in and they host their tournaments because they know that if they show their face and have their own tournament, they're going to raise the money they want for their causes.
No, I didn't, but I'm saying he could have like 20 points. They'd still be showing up for his party.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that they are. Yes, he's probably throwing a big party, and there are a lot of people there with many different professions.
And in that same vein, oh, Derek Rose is back on the Knicks.
Yes. So much fun.
You understand the vein, right?
Yes. Yes, I do. Would you like to ask any questions about this tournament, or would you like to discuss some hearing aids?
I want to know how much am I going if you edit this out of this week's podcast, our fans are going to be very upset with you.
It depends on what I have to edit out. I'm just going to let everybody know that these are your words and they do not represent or affiliate themselves in any way with the Swingdom.
It's just me and Tony Kornheiser saying what we need to say.
Yes,
that's all it is.
It's you and Tony and Gunner and not Ben.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you for. Beltone Hearing Aids says we are still here.
You haven't gone anywhere?
We are still here, and we are expecting 6 inches of snow tomorrow.
Okay.
So if anybody needs any emergency care, we come to you.
And what's that? How do they get in? Do you have like a phone number or something?
We have a phone number. The main number is 732-493-0900.
Oh, wow, you changed the phone number up on us.
That's the main number.
We were going with the 888-9000.
That's the Hazlitt number, but the main number is 493-732-493-0900. And I'll be on for the next 10 minutes or so to take phone calls.
All right, perfect. Don't forget, if you call and he comes to you, he's going to bring you some batteries.
Bye, guys.
And use the code word golf. Thank you, Coach Joe. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
I'm so glad we pre-record those so I can edit them.
Same.
I'm just gonna eat some popcorn.
Here's a change. 732-888-9000.
Yeah.
732. What did he say?
732-493-0900. That number is like
493
ingrained in my brain. He's had that phone number for like 30 years.
888-9000.
Anytime I need to make a collect call, that's just like the number I automatically make. I'm like stuck in a phone booth somewhere. And he never would take them. We would do that thing where it's like, say your name after the beep. And I'd be like, I'm done at the mall, pick me up. And so he'd get the thing and he'd be like, you have a call from, I'm done at the mall, pick me up. Would you like to take this call? And he'd be like, click. And then he'd come pick me up from the mall. So he'd never have to pay like the 25 cents for a collect call.
That's
how you beat the system. That's
I
how
did
you
it
beat
all
the
the
system. Right?
I did it all the time. All right. On to...
Do your kids even know what a collect call is?
No, they don't even know what phone booths are.
Oh my god.
They've never seen a payphone.
Do you remember the number for collect calls?
It was 811. Is that what it was? No, it was 8. Was there an 8?
Yes. It was an 800 number.
It was 1-800-CALL-COLLECT, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just 1-800-COLLECT. COLLECT. And they used to have commercials for it. Like they just like, you know how often you see Geico commercials?
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing that many 1-800-COLLECT like commercials. Are you stuck in a jam? Did you lose your change down the drain? Call
collect.
We used to try to call for pizza collect. Like, can you bring us pizza to the mall? They're like, there's a food court. Why did we pay to get this call? Like, okay, bye. All right. So, yeah.
All right. AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Let me tell you, we were really bummed out that we weren't going to see any celebrities, but they came through.
They did.
Okay.
It was a good tournament.
They came through, and we also got a pretty sweet celebrity charity match the Wednesday before. So I was pretty excited about that.
I did not see that.
With Bill Murray and Macklemore.
Oh, is that why Macklemore was all golfed out this week? I was like, what's happening?
And Alfonso Ribeiro. So
he is the man.
He's the man.
He's the man.
I really apologize if anybody, because I really cannot figure out who they are. There were two ladies who played, and I did not know who they were.
Can you find them, or you don't know who they are because they don't exist?
No, I don't know. No, they exist because they played very well, and I just don't. It was one's last name was Dixon and somebody else. Anyways, I didn't know who they were. And Larry Fitzgerald. So
I know who that is.
It was great. So we did get to see our Bill Murray sighting. And if you were betting with us here at the Swingdom, you would have made some money. All right. Do you want me to go through just these picks now? Yeah,
I'm trying to six stars from.
Tell me who these people are.
Miss America Kira K. Dixon.
Yep.
Paired with actress Catherine Newton.
Where's Catherine Newton from?
I'm going to look that up right now. Kira Dixon.
Mm-hmm. You said Miss America?
No. No, not a. I think she was a. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Kira K. Dixon.
Is that like the runner-up prize? Do you get to play golf with Bill Murray?
I guess so. I'm trying to see if I don't. She's Golf Advisor's lifestyle correspondent.
Oh.
I feel like I know her from Instagram, but I don't feel like I've seen anything that she's in.
I don't know. All right, let's get to our picks.
All right.
So I had Patrick Cantlay, Will Zalatoris, and Paul Casey. Patrick Cantlay tied for third. Huge. Will Zalatoris did not play great, and that's the jinx because I stole him from you, and then he was like, well, I'm not going to play well. He tied for 55th, and Paul Casey tied for 5th. I had my long shot, Maverick McNeely, top 20, second. Dead second.
Yeah.
My prop bet, winner birdies the final hole. We got an eagle, so I'm counting it as a win. Ben had Daniel Berger, Jordan Spieth, Max Homa, T7, Jordan Spieth, T3. He might be back. I don't know. And Daniel Berger wins the whole thing with an eagle on 18. Phil makes the cut. He did not. And you had a Californian winning, and Daniel Berger is from Florida. So
it's California of the East Coast. So technically I should get some points.
No points.
So Catherine Newton is an actress who I know very well from Supernatural.
Oh, I've never seen it.
You've never seen Supernatural?
No.
We're going to start an entire new podcast on Supernatural.
Well, I'm not going to be on it because I don't know.
You're going to watch it for the first time while I watch it for the millionth time.
Just a live record my reactions.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, press play at the same time, and we're just going to watch it together. And then people can watch it when we say hit play 3, 2, 1 now on Netflix. And then Boomtown. We got ourselves a new Supernatural podcast. And we'll call it Super Natty Ice. And we'll drink some Natty Ices.
That's pretty actually clever.
And we'll be like, sorry, Brooks, get your Mick Ultras out of here.
Hey, Mick Ultras suck. Ben finishes the week with 2,478 points. I finished with 1,962 points. Ben is in the lead again by 500 points.
500.
500. Mug Dad is sitting at 3,166 because he's not very good.
There's also no European tour.
Also no European tour.
But he's also not that good.
Also, shout out to our guy, Golf Numbers. If you continue to bet with Golf Numbers, you continue to make money. So shout out Golf Numbers. Shout out Mug Dad. Sorry, the European Tour is not great right now. Mm-hmm. And shout out Ben for picking the winner. I think I'm going to go back and look.
I think that's my third winner
this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked the winner at the QBE.
I know that as soon as I start putting actual money into this, it's just going to go. So I keep looking at my app and it's
4. So you have.
Do you want to bet? And I'm like, ooh, scary.
All right. So you've picked 3 winners. I've picked 2.
Yes.
We're pretty good.
Yeah. We're just okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad about picking Jordan Spieth off of you like that last week. So this week you can choose to do one of 2 things since you can either have.
Because you have the first pick this week.
Yes. You can either pick first. Or you can pick second and third.
I'm going to go the safe bet and pick first.
Because I literally was like, oh, who are you going to pick? And you were like, Jordan. And I was like, he was who I was going to pick. And that was pretty shady. So, but well, 2 weeks in a row, he's had the 54-hole lead.
Mm-hmm.
And this week on Sunday,
he tore it up. It was so close.
It wasn't even it wasn't that. The thing is Daniel Berger wins with -6. He shoots a 66 or 65. Absolutely crushes it. Earns the win. Eagles on 18. Makes it look so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Spieth and Xander Schauffele aren't even in the mix after the first 4 holes.
No.
To me, this is a real case of Xander Schauffele, you know how when we say this all the time, when you play with somebody who's better than you, you play up to their level because you start taking the time that they take. You start feeding off of their suppression of emotions.
Right.
You start taking it as seriously as they do. And I just feel Xander, who shot even for the week, who shot even on Sunday, and Jay Spieth, who shot +1 on Sunday. And I'm just if Xander had been playing with anybody else, I think he would have won it. Because he just needed to go 2 under to win it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He loses one. Yeah, I watched till the end, and you see Spieth make an eagle on 18.
Pebble Beach is so nice to watch on TV.
I love watching it on TV. I love if they can play there every week.
I figured it out. For a non-member, including airfare, it's $1,500 to go play Pebble Beach.
Well, I think Tony talks about this. He's but then you have to bring an extra $500 for merch.
Do you have I said on this podcast what my plan is?
No,
I have my plan when I get to the Masters. It's
when you go to the Masters.
Yeah, when I go to the Masters, not when I play them. I'm never gonna play them. I have told, and I told my wife, I said, look, I don't care what position we're in, I have to bring $2,000. And she's like, oh, for what? Food and lodging and stuff? And I was like, no, for the
merch,
shop.
For the shop.
I'll never get out of there.
Yeah,
I'll never get back. So
I did the same. When we went to the Open.
Yeah,
Isadora was so do you want to go in the shop? And I was like, no.
You don't want me to go in the shop.
And she was like, why? I was like, you don't want me to go in the shop. She's like, why? I'm like, because this flag is it's 30 pounds, which is $50.
Yeah.
And that's a flag.
Which is super weird because like the flags here are like $20.
I think it was 18 quids, which is still like $35.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, oh, I should get an umbrella. I had that umbrella for like 6 years and it finally broke, which is annoying. But that umbrella was 60 pounds, which is like $85.
But then you tried to get an umbrella fixer to fix it.
Yeah, I got 2 hats, and then you start looking at those Bobby Jones leather golf bags.
Oh, yeah.
The most infuriating thing, and if you go to any golf tournament, you know this, is like they have the Titleist Pro V1 golf ball gift pack.
Yep.
And it's 3 Pro V1s, like usually a ball marker or 2, a divot fixer, and a few tees.
Yep.
And it is like, it's $60. Mm-hmm. And then right next to it, they have the Top Flight one, where it's the same exact thing, the same exact logo on Top Flight golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 20. And you're just like, I'm never going to play them. Nobody's ever going to turn them around to see what brand they are. You're like, right. I might as well just get the Top Flight ones. And those are the only Top Flight golf balls I've ever paid for in my life.
Just those ones.
But they give you tees, like it came with like 3 golf tees and a pencil. And I'm like, I'm never using these tees. I'm never using this pencil. Like what? Like I'm going to keep them in the box and look at them occasionally when I remember I have them.
That's right.
Sorry, that was a bit of a tirade. But yeah, no, so Pebble Beach is like if they did a Pebble Beach golf tour where it was just like Pebble Beach every week, I would watch it every week.
100%.
Yeah. Like they're like, oh, like, well, before you get to the Corn Ferry Tour, let's just have like the Pebble Beach like pro. Mm-hmm. And it's just like Saturday, even if it was like Monday, Tuesday, when like nobody's on the course.
Yeah.
And it's just like the pros, and they just have to play it in the conditions that it is. Like I would love to see Pebble Beach change throughout the year. Because we saw it 2 years ago in the summer, and it was nothing like that on Sunday in the middle of February. It was still gorgeous. No.
Yeah. Pebble Beach is great. All right.
Yeah, to be fair, by the end of it, I was hoping Xander was going to win, even though he was not my pick.
Oh yeah, I was rooting for him too.
Yeah.
You want to move on to the Genesis?
Let's move on to Tiger's tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the Hero World Challenge?
Genesis.
Oh, this is his other tournament.
Oh, the other one.
This is the other one.
Also, not to be confused with the one that used to be in DC. He was the one who bankrolled that too.
Oh, the Quicken Loans.
The Quicken Loans, yeah.
Yeah, the Quicken Loans, yes.
Yeah, he bankrolled the Quicken Loans too through the Tiger Foundation.
Yes.
So it's tough.
It is.
Bring golf back to DC.
Bring golf back to DC. So they're playing at Riviera in the Pacific Palisades. It's a beautiful golf course. It is I feel like this every time I say it's quintessentially like Californian. You've got the big old houses on the hills. Like this is like LA's premier golf course.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I lived in LA, every time I see this course, it just reminds me of like the valley in LA, the mountains that are there, like the type of landscape that it is, which is like a lot of sand, a lot of trees, a lot of scrub brush. Like it's very, very cool. This course is very pretty. Tiger is there hosting it. It's par 71. It's playing around 7,200 yards. I feel like I should start including this. So the purse is 9.4 million.
Mm-hmm.
The defending champion is, I'm sure he's a wonderful guy. I didn't look up the defending championship. I did not look up the defending champion. He's just said nice. I don't know why I said that and then didn't actually. Adam Scott.
Adam Scott.
It is Adam Scott. Yeah. This is the PGA Tour. The PGA Tour is back this week. It's almost a $10 million purse. Everybody in like the top 25 OWGR, unless they're injured, is there. We already said Daniel Berger withdrew because of a back injury. Did we say that? No, we didn't.
Mm-mm.
Daniel Berger, who won last week, is withdrawing this week because of a back injury. I was hoping Gunnar was going to pick him first, and I wasn't going to tell him.
No.
But my long shot was him going back to back.
Yeah.
So that still might be it. It's still a pretty good long shot.
That's a terrible long shot, but I'll allow it.
But it's like, it's, he wins. And then you see him like 2 days later, like on a boat in Florida with like 15 of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, that's cool. It's cool, I guess. Boat time.
Living the dream on the boat.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, my back hurts. I'm like, you won $1.4 million. You just don't want to go to California.
Well, he carried the rest of the field on Sunday. So
he did, yeah.
It
looked like the entire rest of his field was on that boat.
Yeah, it probably was.
So Adam Scott. Adam Scott is here this week. Mm-hmm. We've got everybody. Everybody is here this week. You want to start with some picks?
Yes, I would love to start off with some picks.
You get to pick first. You're picking Dustin Johnson.
That's 100% correct.
You were going chalk-tastic.
As always, I play to win.
I didn't even write him down because I was like, you know what? He's not. My first pick was going to be Dan Berger.
Uh-huh.
But it's not. So I'm going, my first pick is going to be Xander Schauffele. I think it's great that DJ's coming off a win, even though he took last week off. I think Xander is at the point now where he is getting so close to winning, so many top 5s, so many top 10s. Mm-hmm. He's 27 years old. He's either going to go the way of, I don't even know, because like this is the thing that sort of like it weirds me out is like we have these middle-aged golfers, and I'm doing air quotes because they're the class of 2010 and beyond. It's like they're sort of like they come across as like not the elder statesmen, but like they're coming across as journeymen. Mm-hmm. Which I find like Ricky Fowler is like he's turning into a journeyman.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have any majors. Like he wins enough to stay on tour. He's got all the sponsorship exemptions. Like he's got everything he needs. And I'm sort of like, he's the only person I can think of, like of our generation in the last 15 years of golfers who like doesn't have, and I feel like Xander Schauffele, like he can either become a Ricky Fowler or he can sort of become like, the only person I can think of sort of in the last is like an Adam Scott or a Martin Keimer.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like you sort of like you pick up, you hit your pinnacle, you get your you get your 1 or 2 majors, and then you sort of like hang out up there for a while. And like, you know what I mean? Like it's a very steady rise. It's a short, apex. And then it's just a steady, like I'm going to ride out these major waves for a while. I'm sure more people do it than Patrick Reed, does he have it? Yeah, he's got the Masters. But like not like Sergio Garcia, where it's like if I don't win this one, there may never be one for me.
Right.
Like he's not there yet, but like, we all feel like Ricky's getting there, even though he's like 10 years younger than Sergio.
Well, and Ricky Fowler's at his worst world golf ranking ever now. Yeah. So he has to have a good showing at this tournament, but I say he misses the Masters.
Xander's done really well in the last 2 weeks. My only concern is like he might be a bit burnt out. Third week might be a hard week. I think he either wins or like this is a win or like accidentally miss the cut situation, which would really hurt my brand.
Right.
But I'm going with that sort of confidence. Everybody's here. So I'm sort of like my idea is I'm like, okay, like let's try to pick like, because I can go super chalky and it could just be top 10 in the world. Like I know Xander's number 5 in the world right now. But I don't want to be super chalky. I'm going with like my gut ride the wave feeling.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm not. I'm going pretty chalky. But out of the chalkiness, I am picking who I think has the better shot to win. And I don't think he's favored very well media here with the field being as stacked as it is. Mm-hmm. But I think Patrick Cantlay, who's going to be he's not who I thought he was. You know what I mean? I always thought Patrick Cantlay would play really well when there wasn't so many big name guys out there, and time and time again he comes out and he's like, no, I'm one of these big name guys.
I know, and it feels weird.
It does.
Like, it feels weird. Like weird. He was a super stud at UCLA. Like absolutely kills it. It was like, you know what I mean? He's been a constant on the PGA Tour for like the last 4 or 5 years. He wins like once every 2 years. It feels like he's starting to win once a year now.
Mm-hmm.
And like this year, it does feel like he may win a couple of times and he may get like a major in the next 3 years. He's that good. He was like that good as a junior golfer. He's phenomenal. But yeah, like my other side of this is like when, like, do I want to go for these guys who are like, again, like these journeymen climbing the slow slope, right? Or is there going to be like another Jordan Spieth soon, who shows up and like shows up at like 21, 22. Like by the time he's 25, he has 3 majors and 10 wins. Like, where's that guy? Like, we all thought Matthew Wolff, Victor Hovland, and Colin Morikawa could be in that boat. And, like, we're still waiting for it. I don't think Will Zalatoris is going to be there. But I really respect that thing for, you know, your pick for Patrick Cantlay. This is, again, like, this is the 3rd West Coast course in a while. And, like, they all do really well here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think they all play well. It's going to be contentious. And I'm kind of excited about it, actually, with all the big name players.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun watch.
All right, who's your second pick?
My second pick is Tony Finau. Places second in Saudi Arabia. Again, I think he's like in the top 10 of favorites. He's not like number 2. But I think like this is a guy who wins once a year. And I think coming off of a second place, going probably through Utah, spending a week resting in Utah, not going to Pebble Beach. Did he go to Pebble Beach? No, he didn't go to Pebble Beach. No, I was like, why? I don't know why my brain just went there for a second. I think he's going to come in rested off of a T2, and I definitely think he T5s here. He top 5s.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think it's totally fair. He is a scary player to go against.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you have Tony Finau for your second, and I have my third pick. I think I'm going to jump on the train already.
Doc Redman.
Jump on the train. No,
I'm going to pick him if you don't.
Not with this kind. Not with this field.
He heard that. He's upset.
He's let me down. He hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But for real, with a T4 finish, backing it up with a T3 finish, there's only one way to go, and that's up. You got 2 more spots left. I'm doing Jordan Spieth. I'm taking Jordan Spieth to
beautiful
win the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm on board. I'm back on board on Jordan Spieth. You know, I was off Jordan for a long time. I'm now off of Ricky Fowler completely, and I am jumping right back on.
We talked about this. Train. We talked a little bit about this last week, and I said I'm not going to be back on the Spieth train until he wins a major. I thought about this week. I'm changing that. I am not getting back on the Spieth train until he birdies 12 at Augusta.
That's totally fair.
Or you know what?
That's totally fair. But I wonder,
like a tap in par.
If 12 at Augusta is going to be
like a tap. Like I want to see how he plays. Something. Yeah, like because like that's where you can pinpoint. You could look at a timetable of his life, and it's like Jordan Spieth is born, and then it's like Jordan Spieth now, and like right here is like Jordan Spieth hits 2 balls into the water in Augusta in 2016, 17.
Yeah, and his career's over.
And is never the same again. Like, you know what I mean? So for me, it is going to be, I want to see how he does all 4 days of the Masters. I want to see how he does. But like, if he goes out Thursday with a tap and par, if he's in contention on Sunday and he birdies 12, he's winning all 4 majors.
He's winning all 4 of them.
He's like, I mean, imagine how much confidence that would give you on Sunday, putting it to 2 feet on 12. Like you'd be like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. Like I can do anything. I'm gonna swim there.
I mean,
tap in that putt.
He already has, right? He already has 2 green jackets, so that's fair. But
He almost had 3.
No, I'm totally with you.
Like he almost
had 3 until 12 at Augusta.
So that's So that's sort of me. It's like I made that exact like so 12 Augusta. I mean, I think he's become like he was the good guy. Like for as bad of a bad guy as Patrick Reed is and Bryson DeChambeau fit the bill. Mm-hmm. Like Jordan Spieth was the good guy. He was winning endlessly. I'm still waiting for him to turn that chapter and like mature a little bit as a person. Mm-hmm. And not because of anything that he does, but just in terms of like his on-screen persona.
I'm with you.
Like he's one of those players like him and Jon Rahm, like they wear their emotions on their sleeves when they play.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just want to see him reel that in a little bit. And just be like the guy who talks to Michael Greller, not the guy who's just like, I can't bleep and believe that bleep and bleep. You know? Which is sort of who he's sort of becoming that guy.
Right.
Which is sort of annoying. All right, my pick. I get my last pick. I had a lot of picks to pick from. There's a whole like extra 170 other guys playing in this. My list included Dan Berger, Xander, who I did pick, Dustin, who I didn't pick, Tony Finau, who I did pick, and then I'm sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place, which is Rory and Hovland. I feel like I went with Rory 2 weeks ago and he did really well for me. I think I'm gonna end up doing a Hovland as my long shot. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go with Rory, just pretty chalky. It's not as chalky as Jon Rahm, who was like I was considering, but I don't think I've ever picked him, and I don't think I ever will, unless he's like won like 5 times in a row and I get to pick first.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I've got my long shot is I'm gonna go with Hovland top 10.
Hovland top 10.
I was gonna do top 20, but I'm like, if I think he's gonna win, I'm gonna go with top 10. So I made it harder for myself.
Hovland top 10. Mm-hmm. I like it. And for my long shot, and it's really just based on the way he's been playing recently, I'm going to say Doc top 30.
Okay. Top 30. I mean, I get that. Is that like, I'm fine with that because like 65 is making the cut. So he's got to be in the top half of making the cut. Mm-hmm. So I'm cool with that. My prop bet is Spieth beats JT. And then I asked myself, is JT playing this week? But he is.
Yes. I like it. And I think I'm going to go, I think my prop bet is, I wanted to do something weird, like top Australian.
Okay. Adam Scott, who won last year.
I don't think he will be the top Australian, by the way.
Okay.
I want to say, I just had his name.
Cameron?
Cameron Smith.
Yeah, Cameron Smith, yeah.
All right, I'm going to do that. Cameron Smith.
Top Aussie.
Top Aussie, Cameron Smith.
That sounds lovely. That sounds spectacular.
That's what I'm picking.
Good.
Do we have a bonus bet? Because I know we're still waiting 2 weeks to cash in on our bonus bet of Annika Sorenstam.
What's your bonus bet?
What do you want it to be? For 50 points.
So the last time either of these players played, I think. No, because Brooks played. These guys have both won in the last 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Brooks versus DJ.
Okay.
You want Brooks or you want DJ?
DJ, 100%.
All right, I'll take Brooks.
DJ beats Brooks?
Yeah, and I've got Brooks beats DJ. I hope they get paired together. I hope like they play. I hope that not. I don't think they're paired. I hope they play together on the weekend, and I hope they're mic'd up. And I wish there was just a channel. I wish the golf like the PG. It was just like these. It wasn't like these guys playing golf. It's like these guys mic'd up.
Yep.
They'll do that soon enough, though, won't they?
They will.
Like they'll make they will have completely like robotic like cameras on every course, and then you'll be able to pick up the audio from any player you want.
I love it.
All right. I mean, that's all I've got for the Swingdom this week. I mean, you got anything for the Swingdom? That's it. You doing anything in golf?
We just made our picks. No,
I mean, they're talking golf may come back in early March here, which is only 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll get to play some golf then. Yeah.
No, we're expecting a major ice storm and snowstorm tonight. So
do you think they'll be able to get all the snow up before, next week in Texas? Is that where they're playing next week?
I don't know.
They should be. I think this is
possibly. That could be canceled, to be honest.
Yeah.
But probably they'll get it.
You sure?
Yeah. They'll get it.
Where's the concession? Oh, next week we've got a double one. We've got a WGC plus the Puerto Rico Open.
Nice.
Why doesn't my brain want to work? You know when your brain just isn't working?
Yep.
Schedule. What's the date? What's the date today? February 25th. Oh, there it is. Bradenton, Florida. So they're going straight to the Florida Swing.
Yep.
Then Texas. Then we've got the Corrales Punta Cana Resort and Club Championship.
Perfect.
Oh, wow. These names are just getting longer and longer.
Well, we'll have to get into it on the next
The World Golf Championship Dell Technologies Match Play. World Golf Championships Workday Championship at the concession.
All right. If anybody wants to read all these long names, because we don't have time to.
I think one day we're just going to do a podcast where I read the name of every tournament and we decide if it's too long.
All right. Bonus pod.
All right. Thank you, citizens of the Swingdom, for keeping up with us. Don't forget, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.
That's right.
Yep. And if you've got any questions, don't forget you can always hit us up on the email. The email is theswingdompodcast. No. You can go to theswingdompodcast.com and fill out something in the contact form.
Yep.
And if you need to call Coach Joe, 732-493-0900.
That's right.
All right. I will catch you on the flippy floppy.
Swingdom out.
Swingdom out.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just two guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.
I'm trying to work on like my robot head thing. Is it working?
It's all right.
I have terrible rhythm.
It's better to the left.
Yeah, my neck always hurts on the right. My right or your right?